Hey guys, welcome back to my video, and today I have a few cases as well as a screen protector to show you for the iPhone 16 Pro. Just a quick disclaimer before we start putting them on, all of these three have been shipped to me by Benks so you guys can see them. Let's toss the packaging to the side, and now here we have their armor tint case. And this is the gold variant. They have a few different colors, and as you can notice right away, this is a really slim case. This one is just for the guys who really just want the bare minimum in terms of overall protection. Like sure, the case is still going to do its job and it's going to prevent all of the scratches in the world, but when your phone drops on the ground, it's probably not going to be the best choice. But then again, if you like your phone being your phone, not a huge brick, then this is probably the right choice. Let's put it on the 16 Pro, and as I'm putting it in, I can already tell that this is going to be a really snug fit. Oh yeah, that really holds, and you cannot bunch this case because it's pretty much all Kevlar. It's going to be super scratch resistant, but the downfall here is that fingerprints are probably going to be really visible on this thing, especially if you have greasy hands like I do. Now the two things that you have to watch out for when it comes to these super slim Kevlar cases is that first and foremost you have all of these openings in terms of buttons. Some of them have a cutout out here as well, but this one doesn't. This one is fully protected from the top, and when we look at the other side, it also has the power button uncovered as well as the brand new capture button. And when we take a look from the bottom, you can see as well that they have accurate speaker cutouts, which I'm a huge fan of. I just hate when case manufacturers just cut it out completely and don't pay attention to the details. But as you can see here, it's not the case. The one bad thing about this case that I noticed right away after picking it up has to be that the MagSafe ring is quite frankly a little visible from the side when you take a look at it, especially on this angle when the light kind of shines like this. That's what you get when you get a thin case like this. And you can see that they're really trying to make it as thin as possible. The last thing that you need to know about this thing is the MagSafe ability. So when I put it on there, it pretty much holds like just the default iPhone. Maybe the little part of the MagSafe on the bottom is a little stronger, so it's harder to pull side to side, but that's about it. If I put in my strong wallet from ESR, this big boy thing, then it really just holds tight, and when I try to shake it, it just doesn't come off. So if you're a fan of super slim cases, this one is going to be for you. So let's now go to the Armor Pro, and as you can see right away, there are some button covers because this is a much more protective case. When we put these side to side, you can already tell that this one is much more protective, especially against falls. As I put it in, I can also tell that this is a really snug fit as well. When we do the corner check, oh yeah, that's really tight, but not as tight as the Kevlar one, because this one is pretty easily removable, to be honest. You just go into this right top corner and you press down on your camera and it just pops off super easily. On the back here, you have a nice Kevlar texture. This is the 600D pattern, and this is the 1000D pattern. So you can see the difference with 600D being way smaller. And the camera ring cutout on this one is silver, which matches nicely with my white titanium iPhone 16 Pro. The buttons are super clicky. I can just pop it over to the microphone for you. Yeah. That sounds great, I think. And when we go around, you can see accurate cutouts. Once again, that's what I like to see. And I like the way that this case handled the camera capture cutout, because it just goes in. It's not a cutout like I have on this case right here, when it just is a cutout completely. Like you can see it completely spans the width, but this one just guides your finger into there. When I compare this to something like Apple's own case, it's not going to be as good as just having the button there, but I think this is the second best option, especially if you find yourself pressing the camera capture just accidentally while you're doing something. This case is pretty much getting rid of it, because if you want to press it, you really got to get in there with your finger. But as you can see, if I just open up my camera like that, oh, I also started recording, that's okay. And if I just press down on it, it still works fabulously. And it does all of the things that you want from it. You can still change everything around without really any trouble. Also, I like that the case has this nice kind of leathery texture, you could say, and it nicely grips in the hand. It's not slipping at all. So the Kevlar texture is just on the back, and on the sides you have this kind of texture. And to show you the MagSafe strength of this one, I think it's pretty strong, especially when you're using just the default wallet. The case itself produces some friction for the wallet not to move, and the magnets are really strong, so I cannot even move this side to side. If I try really hard, sure, I can move it a bit, but it's really really hard to do because there's a lot of friction between these two materials. And if I try a fake leather wallet like this big one, then it's, oh, that's really hard to just pull off. So you're gonna be fine with any MagSafe accessory on this guy. So out of these two cases from Benks, I'm definitely going to go with the Armor Pro because I just don't trust myself with this super thin case. Again, if you like super slim cases, that this one is going to be for you, really just mimicking a naked iPhone, but this one just offers way more protection and I'm quite clumsy, so this is going to be a huge help for me. Now let's get to the unboxing of the screen protector. I'm super excited for this because I never had a screen protector with a black edge. That's there, by the way, to make the screen protector feel like a part of the screen. So let's get to the unboxing, and you unbox it from the bottom over here. So let's crack it open. And you have a nice big full screen sticker that you can use to get rid of all of the speckles on your phone. So I'm going to put that aside. This is the form that we are just going to place on the table to hold our phone. And now goes the screen protector. And this nice pre-application case, which we can put aside as well. And last but not least, you have the manual in the box, as well as some of the alcohol wipes and everything else that you usually get with screen protectors. So I just got my 16 Pro out of the case, and I already have a cheap screen protector on here. So we are going to replace it with this better one. So I'm just going to grab it up here and peel it off. Okay, that's satisfying. And I'm going to place it down here on the form, which I, by the way, got the other way around. I don't really have to do any of the wiping because the phone is basically brand new under the screen protector. So I just have to get rid of those little speckles that I still have left on there. And I'm now going to use the sticker like it's supposed to, just cover the entire screen. Now once we're ready with the whole applicator, by the way, make sure this black part is all the way at the bottom. I'm just going to peel this sticker over. Nice, just like that. So I can grab my applicator now, position it on my phone, just like that. And now nothing should be left on the screen itself. I can just press it down and now pull number 1. I'm just going to pull this really, really slowly to make sure I get a really good stick on there. As the manual says, I just press down on this black thing in order to let the air out, and I can see that the screen protector is slowly applying over here. Once it's totally finished, I cannot see any air in there. I can also pull down on number 3. And as you heard it just click, this should be finished. And now when I take it off of the screen, I just have this film on top. And when I pull it up here I have some bubbles and also down here, so I can just use one of these squeegees to just pull them out. Okay, so luckily I got all of them out with just a couple presses of the squeegee, and as you can see, my screen is now pretty much perfect. No bubbles, no specks under there. This installation is super easy to do. The only thing that you have to do at the end is, if you have some bubbles left, then just use a squeegee and get them out. So that's the complete installation of the screen protector, and I really like the black sides. I gotta say that this is really clean. I don't see the edges of my screen protector, and I cannot even feel it when I go over with my finger. Like this old one was pretty terrible, but then again, it was like $5. And I know what you guys came for, so let's break it together. And this feels really bad to do. Okay, that felt really good. But now I have a few pieces of kind of glass in my hands, so I'm going to wash that over. But this thing was pretty sturdy, to be honest. So if you guys like these cases, go ahead and go check them out in the description down below. No pressure on that, but if you want to buy them, I will have a discount code down there as well. I think it's something like Mario15, which will get you 15% off any Benks products. That's going to be it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.